Well, Chech there obviously talking about the conditions. And I'll be interested in, I don't know if we just might have the chance to find out what happened in that last 400 meters or so. If we do, we'll bring that to you, because it was. I know I walked along there yesterday, Uday, and I haven't been to this race before, and I walked around that corner off the bridge, and I was confused because the barriers go up to your right, and it's not that obvious that you've got to keep going straight across. And I can understand, because you see the tents, you see all the paraphernalia of at the padang here, all the finish area, and in marathon runners are a little confused sometimes towards the end, and you need a very simple. This is the area I'm talking about in the distance. That road that goes off up to the left as we're looking at it. And it needs to be unambiguous. It really needs to be, there's no lead bike at that point for them to follow. There's no line for them to follow in this particular event. And actually that looks as though that's our blind runner from Kenya just coming through in the half marathon. I think it may well be. That might be Henry. With his guide runner. He was expecting to do well. Henry Wanyoke, who ran so brilliantly to win a gold medal at the Paralympic Games in Sydney. And his running partner, Joseph Kibunja. And the two of them, at least they know what to do. They've come up the right funnel towards the finish line. So well done to them. That's a great performance from them again.
Yeah, just in addition to that gold medal he had won at the Paralympics, he's also won gold, silver medals in the marathon, half marathon, and basically the long distance events. He's a very good long distance runner over most events held throughout the year. So he's a very accomplished Kenyan athlete.
Well done to them. They completed the half marathon in around an hour 23, that sort of mark. You can see they're starting to come in, well, I wouldn't say they're droves yet, but it won't be long before this road fills with half marathon runners finish on different sides. And the 10K, of course, and the 10K runners here mixing it with the half marathon runners. But as I said, it all gets sorted out in the end. Well, we're trying to get interviews with the various winners. We saw the wheelchair athletes crossing the line about 10 minutes or so ago. I think Sonia's now with the winner of the wheelchair race.
Congratulations on completing the race. Now, how do you feel about the race today?
Thank you so much. This is my first time to come here in Singapore, and I won. I'm very happy. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And you're from Japan. Will you consider coming again next year to join the race?
Oh yes, sure. I want to come back, and this is the last game in this year, and I have to take a holiday. So maybe I'll be back next year. And I hope in the future I want to run in the full marathon. 10K is too short for wheelchairs.
Wow.
Yeah.
10K is too short, so what will your goal be next year?
If it's possible, I want to do the marathon and then win.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, how about your friends? Like, will they be joining you as well?
Oh yeah, my friend asked me to come. Yeah. Many people asked me. I put on the Facebook, and I'm in Singapore. A friend wants to come here.
So you have the support of your friends, and will more of them join you next year?
I hope so. Yeah, I will.
For sure. How do you find Singapore so far? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah. Yesterday I went to see Mount Lion, and I take a photo with him. It was nice.
Are you planning to go anywhere else after this?
Yeah, I have a little time, but I'm flying back to Japan tonight. So maybe drink beer and a holiday.
All right. And what's the next marathon that you're going to after this?
I'm going to Dubai in March next year.
Wow.
Yeah, the track meet.
That's fantastic. It was great to talk to you. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Well done to him, and the 10K runners, half marathon runners and the marathon all mixing together now in this finish straight, and they'll be continuing to cross the line for the next 3 hours or so at the very least. Well, it's been an exciting rendition of the Singapore Marathon again. Two great races in the elite races, very close right up until the very end.
Congratulations once again, Irene. Fantastic job. How do you feel about the race today?
I feel very comfortable and so happy.
You feel happy? So were there any challenges along the way?
Yeah, there was a lot of challenges because all my colleagues were so strong. Everybody was strong in this marathon today, and up to the finish line, it was really very tough.
But you managed to overcome those obstacles pretty easily, and you even won. So that's fantastic. Now, will you consider coming back next year to run again?
Yeah, I hope so. God willing, I hope to come back again for my fourth time.
So the competition you said was strong. Are there any of your friends running together with you today?
Yeah, my friends, my colleague, also my roommate was second. So
Wow.
it was very fantastic.
Very challenging, but fantastic. Congratulations once again. Fantastic job.
Well done indeed to Irene Koskai, winner for the third time, and indeed well done to Kennedy Leland, beating the former champion Luc Kibet. Two great races in this year's Singapore Marathon. A few of them still out there with a few miles yet to go.
So the men's marathon and the women's marathon has been completed here at the Standard Chartered Marathon Singapore 2012 with the winner in the men's category. Well, the deserved winner, we should say, Steve.
Well, you know, when you have the experience that he has, you know, Kennedy Leland isn't one of those people that we'd all go, wow, we know all about him. He's somebody who obviously picks and chooses his races in this part of the world. He wasn't in the elite invited list. He came here of his own accord, but his pedigree was there. And in this type of race, you're going to be very, very dangerous. And the fact that the early pace was quite slow played into his hands as well. And he was able to gain confidence. Bit of a surprise that Luc Kibet, to be fair, came back and produced a good run as well, because his form hasn't been so good. But I think in the end, you know, these conditions, as we said right at the very beginning, are what determined who won this race here today. And you know, he ran brilliantly.
And just a word about Luc Kibet. He made a wrong turn towards the end, and that distracted him a little bit.
Yeah, I think they need to look at that. You know, there are two or three things really that Leland mentioned water as well, but you know, you've got to make sure the athletes are getting that side of it well, and they've got to know where they're going. It's okay for, you know, once you're not at the front, you're just following thousands of other people. You don't have to worry about where you're going. But at the front, you have to know where to go. And if it's confusing in any way, you're on the last stages of a race like this, you are tired, and you don't want to be in a situation where you're having to make up your mind, oh, do I go here, do I go there? So really, not his fault. You know, it was confusing. There should either be a line on the road, or the barriers should be such that it's very clear that you can't turn that way.
Now, part of the marathon this year, the half marathon, went through Sentosa, and it went through Universal Studios. Now, Universal Studios has been a key venue partner for the Standard Chartered Marathon, and we're standing by with David Goh right now, and he spoke to us about the look and smell of this half marathon this year. But before we talk to David Goh, let's have a look at what Universal Studios has to offer in Singapore in Resorts World Sentosa.
Now we are here at Universal Studios, which is about 6 kilometers into the race. Now the race pack leaders are already through, but the rest are hot on their heels, as you can see. Now I'm joined here today by the characters from Sesame Street. Now I have on my left Elmo and Grover on my right. Now how are you doing today, guys? It's so great to see you. Are you doing all right? Yeah? Are you excited to see the finishers, Grover? Yes, everyone here is super excited. Thank you, Elmo, and thank you, Grover. Now, Sesame Street is one of the upcoming attractions right here at Universal Studios, Singapore. And I'm so lucky to be able to get a preview and hang out with the wonderful characters right here from Sesame Street. And as are the runners too, I'm sure they are having a lot of fun. A lot of them are stopping to take photographs. Now, they have about 15 kilometers left to go. We wish them all the best.
And on the topic of the half marathon, Steve, we did see the visually impaired runner coming in, Henry, and he did really well in this race again this year, didn't he? But he has the pedigree of winning these middle distance and long distance events.
Yeah, he's been around a while, gold medalist from the Paralympics in Sydney, which were a great games, and we've just seen, at our Paralympics, which were in London at the Olympic Games, the power of those events. And visually impaired category they don't run in the Paralympic in the marathon. So he was a track runner at the Paralympic Games, but here, he's got the chance, and his guide is so important. Joseph does a fantastic job for him. You've got to be very well matched with your guide. It's pointless your guide being a bit fitter than you, or worse, the other way around. So the two of them have got to be very well matched, know each other well. He's got to have very obviously confidence in his guide taking him through the crowds as well. But he's a good runner. He's a very good runner, and you could see they were finishing well ahead of most of the field.
Let's get back to having a look at how the men's marathon transpired this year. For long periods of time, there were 4 men in the reckoning. Lillian Kennedy, obviously the winner of the race, along with Kenneth Mugara, Charles Kanyao, and Samson Barmau, and of course Luc Kibet, all there in the middle of this race. And well, it was a very, very tight race till the end. Let's have a look now at how the race transpired and how it finished off.